great morning, everyone. It's time to wake up and win.
We know the power of writing notes and taking notes. We should have several journals since 2013 to now of all the information her and her team was able to impart into each and every one of us. So with that being said,
Great morning, great morning. Share this live, share this live.
I take this for granted and take this lightly because going forward, I tell you, listen, it's an amazing week. It is just Tuesday. But it has already
It's
been an amazing
only
week. I think
Tuesday.
about unpacking the baggage. And anybody got baggage you got to get folks around her. And you need to adopt that same mentality. You have enough baggage on your own. Man, I can't wait to Wednesday. So you need to people that got all that to get
Yeah. IG, sorry about that. I'm back. Great AM, great AM, great AM.
I tell you, my heart was just smiley. A tear even came up in my eyes, wells up in my eyes. But I tell you, her, of course, Justin,
Yes.
they're often amazing
Tears.
Is our host today. I mean, our spirit of the day. Her and her amazing husband, Shanita Foster, and definitely, of course, the visionary, Miss Bobby Wilson. Look how selfless to even bring those beautiful people along with her, okay? So we know that she's
Yes.
multi-seven-figure earner, but she was able to help several families between 5 to 7 figures as well. And I tell you, those families are one of them. And the lady I'm getting ready to bring to the line is one of those part of one of those families that was able to.
Great morning, great morning, great morning. I see you. Samantha, Joanna, Sonia, Karen. I see your IG. Hey, Coach Stormy.
Before I bring her on, I almost forgot about my announcement, so give me 60 more seconds about the announcement.
Take your 60 seconds, sis.
Back to school is here. Here in Atlanta, Georgia, I know kids go back Monday. All over, most counties, some kids have already went back, and we're still leading yourself, wanting to have 1,000 students. That's right, 1,000 students, not just here in Atlanta, but Miami, I believe in Connecticut, and also definitely in Detroit, okay? So you definitely do not want to miss the opportunity to sow your seed. All right,
Yes.
so you can definitely look on at 1,000 families at some point today. The banner should be on there. Look on my page. I have Larissa Barclay on Instagram, and you can see where you can call.
Share this live. Everybody, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up and win. Yes, it's that time. Yes. Wake up excited every morning. Energy is transferable. Got my Delgado in my cup.
About that, definitely make sure you call this number, and this is the lady that will answer the phone, and she'll tell you exactly where to go, and that's 445944529, or just visit www.theworldfoundation.org, okay? So you can donate by using Cash App, the money sign, the Cash App, money sign, World Foundation. So if you want to donate financially, monetary donations, go to the money sign, the dollar sign, World Foundation, just as is. So, but if you need to have some supplies, tangible, definitely try to get to the nearest location. I will be hosting.
Great morning, great morning. Hey, Keisha. ATL tonight.
And she talked about,
Baggage. Absolutely. I know you can't hear me just yet. She's gonna panic. Absolutely, sis. I'm here. Can you hear me? I know Coach Stormy gonna get me because my technology is always acting up. But can you hear me this morning? Awesome. Well, I want to tell you, thank you so much for that energy that for real, you always get up and bring to this line every single time that we hear your voice. I tell you that you set the phone lines on fire. You set social media on fire. And so we truly appreciate you from the bottom of our heart because that's you. That's always been you. And so it's not like you're getting on here and you're faking the funk. You definitely walk around with that energy that's electric. And so we truly appreciate you, celebrate you every single day. So everybody that's chiming in this morning, I'm going to say hello, wake up and win, take it back Tuesday, transformational Tuesday. It is your day. So you got to start it off with that energy. You got to wake up and every single time that your foot hits the floor, you got to say before your foot even hits the floor, your eyes open, you got to wake up and say, today is my day. You have to know without a shadow of a doubt that God has opened our eyes for a reason and for a purpose. And so when we wake up with that energy, when we realize that nothing happens to us, every single thing happens for us, then that's when we're going to be able to command our day and to be able to get every single thing out of it that God has intended for us to get out of these very next 24 hours that he has given us to shine bright like them diamonds that we were created to be. And so to each and every one of you, I want to say, you know what? I am always excited, always honored to be able to come on this platform, to just be able to pour into you guys that's listening and to pour into myself, because every single time that I am on this platform, I am truly blessed. So I thank God for Coach Stormy, because she just does not realize how much this platform stretches me, how much this platform helps me to grow, how much I have truly been able to become the person that I am today, because she just made a decision to say, I'm kicking you out there. And she did that a very long time ago, and I truly appreciate it. You got to have that person in your life that truly can kick you out there, that can say, you know what, you just need to go for it. You just need to do it, because at the end of the day, that's what's going to grow you. That's what's going to stretch you. And so I'm always honored to be on this platform that was started by our amazing coach. Yes, y'all give it up. Give a huge shout out. Give that love, them hearts for Coach Stormy Wellington, because I can tell you, as I watched her on the Word Network yesterday, as I sat in that atmosphere last week, Nate and I, Jeff and Janella, Shanita Foster, as we sat in that atmosphere, I could tell you, all I could do was sit there and literally with tears in my eyes, because I was so proud. I was so proud of the woman that I've been able to watch her to become. I was so proud of the fact that she was on the TV station, because I used to always look at her. I used to always tell her that, you know what, God has such an amazing calling on your life. And many people don't realize that, yes, all of us, the topic that we're talking about this week, that we all have baggage, but many times people would look at the baggage that she brought to the table, the baggage that she was carrying around and the things that she had been through, and they always misjudge her. They always prejudge her. But I thank God that God allowed me to see her heart, that God allowed me to see who she truly was, that God allowed me to truly be that friend that was in her life, to watch her for real go from the bottom to the top. And I can tell you that God is just beginning to use this phenomenal lady. So if you think that she's done a lot already in the past, I want you to know that you have not seen what God is about to do in this incredible woman's life that we call coach, that we call friend, that we call sis. And so I am honored to be on this platform every single opportunity that I have to share. And so this week, ladies and gentlemen, what are we talking about? We're talking about baggage, because Coach Stormy came on the lines yesterday morning and of course fired us up. Always just really, just being herself. And that's the greatest part about it. She's just herself. And so she talked about, it's time that we talk about baggage. Last week we was talking about let's go. But many times when we're talking about let's go, we got this bags. We got these bags that we trying to carry with us. We got all of this baggage that has happened over the course of time. And so we got to realize that, number one, that in order to get to the next level, we got to walk into that next level, and we got to create some new baggage. We got to be able to let go of some things. We have to know ourselves, love ourselves, embrace ourselves in order to now get ourselves to the very place that we want to get to. But we have to realize that everything in life, there's an exchange. So therefore, in relationships, when it comes time to building businesses, when it comes time to making connections, when it comes time to getting to the next level, There's an exchange of something, no matter what it may be. But then she talked about patience. You see, too many times in life we're not patient, and we don't realize that we have to embrace our process in order to get ourselves to the next level. And see, I can tell you that is truly one of the things that I had to learn a long time ago is patience. When the word says that patience is a virtue, it is. And why is that? It's because if we're not patient in our process, if we don't realize and understand that every experience that we go through in life is going to create some type of baggage, but we have the choice, we have the opportunity to either learn from that luggage, that baggage that's happening in our life, those experiences, or we're going to allow those experiences to take us under. So what are we going to do at the end of the day? And so when we begin to get patient with ourselves, when we begin to fully realize that God has given us so many different things, right? He's poured into us. He's given us visions. He's given us dreams. He's allowed us to dream. And we all know that if we dream it, it's meant to become a reality. So how is it going to become a reality if we put our hands to it and then we give up? How is it going to become a reality if we think about it, but we never act about it? How is it going to become a reality if we begin to think that, you know what, it's supposed to happen like yesterday, when God is saying there's a process that you got to go through. There's a process that I had to go through in order to become the person that I am today. There's a process that I have to go through in order to become the person that I am going to be tomorrow. So we got to be patient in that thing. And we got to realize that in every situation, in every connection, that it's going to require patience. Why? Because God created each and every one of us different. We're all unique. We all have individual fingerprints. So therefore, we may think alike on a lot of things. We can come together and buy into a vision that's bigger than ourselves to allow nothing and no one to get in the way. But still, God is saying we all bring different personalities. We all bring different thoughts. And so when you come together and you now collectively combine that thing, that's when you become powerful. And so baggage, everyone comes with some type of baggage. But you got to find someone who loves you enough to help you unpack. That's the quote that I put out there this morning, because every one of us is on a journey. And so when we realize that the baggage that we choose to take on this journey is truly up to us. It's a choice. God will not violate our choice. So therefore, we go through different things in life. We all experience some type of pain. We all experience some type of failure. We all experience some type of disappointments, bad relationships, family members that are very interesting. Yeah, I'm just going to use that word. And so therefore, when you realize that you know what, everybody is going through some things, maybe a different type of situation, but we all go through something, those experiences that now create that baggage. But now, are we going to allow that baggage to take us under? Are we going to allow that baggage to create such a weight on our shoulders to where it's affecting our health, to where it's affecting our vision, to where it's affecting our dreams? Because too many times in life, that's what happens. Because I can tell you, I was carrying a lot of baggage for a very long time. That baggage of fear, that baggage of the things that I went through in school and being laughed at, by other people, by being that girl with the buck teeth and the glasses and not having any hair on my head. You see, I had a lot of baggage by being that one who was quiet, but yet people still wanted to mess with me. They still wanted to pick on me, not realizing that when you mess with a quiet person, it's not going to turn out too well when you push that person over the edge. And see, at the end of the day, I had to realize that all of this baggage was a part of my life, because what ended up happening was I carried that baggage into my adulthood. You see, because what it ended up becoming was a lack of belief in myself. What it ended up becoming was a lack of confidence in myself. But I can tell you, I thank God, because God will give you exactly what you need. You see, everyone comes with baggage, but you got to find somebody who loves you enough to help you unpack. So God began to place different people in my life, like number one, my BFF, my husband, because whereas I was not a confident woman, whereas I didn't believe in myself, whereas I was that one who was afraid and shy and didn't want to talk to people, every single day that he had an opportunity, he's like, you have so much on the inside of you. He tells me this today. He's like, you're settling. You're not becoming all that God has created you to be. You say you're created for greatness. Well, when you're going to begin to really walk in the fullness of that greatness that you have? So he pushed me. He stretched me. He always said, you know what? I believe in you. Yes, you you can, when thoughts and things will come into my mind and I didn't believe in myself, I had him right there by my side saying, what you gonna do about it? Because at the end of the day, if you want it bad enough, what are you gonna do about it in order to go out and get it? What are you going to do in order to overcome it? Because at the end of the day, if we don't realize that those bags, right, that baggage is all just a part of our process, because it's going to be the very thing that helps us to persevere. It's gonna, Nate bought this house phone and like yesterday, and why is it ringing? Nobody has his number, but anyway. But anyway, listen, so I had to realize, am I going to become a victim of the baggage that I've been through, or am I going to let that baggage go? Am I going to start to unpack that suitcase? You know how you go through the airport, right? We go through the airport all the time. We travel, we on all these planes, right? And so you know how you go through and you're sitting there and you're concerned as to whether that luggage is going to be overweight, right? You don't want that bag to be overweight, because I'm going to tell you, when it's overweight, they hit you over the head for real with what you're going to pay for it. So in life, we have to realize that yes, there's going to be some experiences. Yes, we're going to go through some things, but we got to learn how to unpack that suitcase. And as we're unpacking that suitcase, we want to find somebody that's going to love us enough to help us to unpack. But we got to realize that, guess what? We can't expect somebody to unpack our suitcase unless we're willing to unpack the suitcase ourselves first. And that's first and foremost. You see, because if we're not willing to change ourselves, we can't expect anybody else to come on the scene and to help us unpack. So I thank God for people like my husband. I thank God for people like Coach Stormy, because Coach Stormy came into my life and she began to help me also to unpack that fear. She began to help me also to unpack that lack of confidence. She began to say, you know what? You just need to get up there and do it. Yeah, absolutely, you're going to stand in front of this room. You're going to open it up. Absolutely, you're going to get on tonight and you're going to open up this call. I remember, y'all, for real. With Coach Stormy, I love her because she stretches you. She's going to correct you. And see, I'm thankful because I receive correction from her all the time. I tell her, listen, please tell me when I need to fix something. Please tell me when I don't look right. So there's many times in which she screenshot and saying, no, you need to get rid of this. There's many times in which she's sending me a message saying, you need to correct this. And I'm thankful because a lot of times people don't receive, but I'm thankful because I receive and I value her opinion. So therefore, at many times she used to sit back in the very beginning and she used to be like, Pam, why? Why are you hyperventilating on a call? Why? You know, for real, because I used to literally shake like a leaf. And she used to be like, just keep doing it. But you know what? She didn't give up on me. You see, when you find that person that's willing to realize that each and every one of us comes with some type of baggage, what's going to happen is they're going to begin to help you unpack, and they're not going to give up on you. So she kept on pushing me out there. She kept on saying, let me get this girl, this little shy little girl, this one that's allowing fear to stop her. Let me keep giving her an opportunity. Why? Because obviously she had to see something in me that I didn't see in myself either. So God will connect us to people, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to help us to unpack that baggage, to realize that underneath that mess, to realize that somewhere in that bag there's some jewels, to realize that somewhere in that bag there's some greatness, to realize that somewhere in that bag there's dreams that are meant to become a reality, to realize that somewhere in that bag the vision is there and it's yet for an appointed time. But we got to get up every single day and to not allow the baggage to stop us, to not allow that baggage to weigh us down, but instead we got to get up, unpack that bag, and keep on going on to the next level. So when we realize, ladies and gentlemen, that in life, that bag is definitely going to be there, but we got to let go of some things. You see, we have to realize that if it's not serving us, okay, if things in our bag is not serving us, then that means today we got to start unpacking those things. Because God is saying, you know what, I can't take you to the next level if you're trying to drag and take some stuff, if you're trying to take those past experiences and now become a victim of those experiences. But instead, you got to learn how to let go of them, right? Because if they're not benefiting us, they're not allowing us to go to the next level, then he's saying, I can't take you there. So therefore, we got to create something positive in our lives. So therefore, we got to let go. We got to unpack, take it out, get rid of it, clean out out the closet. Do what you got to do. As Coach Stormy was talking about, for real, you know, all this baggage, all of these experiences are things that are now going to hold us down. If we don't realize that, we got to let it go. So you see, like, I can't take negative energy. So therefore, there might be some people in your life that every single time, just like Coach Stormy was talking about yesterday, when you see the number on the phone, okay, you're like, Lord, please, not today. Okay, look, voicemail. Nope, I'm sorry, I didn't see that call. Because negative energy, one of the things that I could truly say that I'm thankful for, that once I began to realize that nothing happens to you, every single thing happens for you, and I began to live that life. You see, many times we can get up and we can speak affirmations all day long, right? And we speak them randomly, because if we really believe those things, if we really get up and we speak those things, we will become those things. Because I used to feel very stupid speaking the affirmations that I'm very confident in speaking today. But what happens is we play around with it, right? And so we don't really become what we need to become. And so therefore, once I began to truly become the things that I was speaking, and now every single time that I have a conversation with someone, I don't care what I'm going through, no one would know, because I bring that upbeat energy, I bring that positive attitude. But when that person gets on the phone with that negative energy, I'm sorry, I can't take it. And so it's either going to be one or two things, especially when it comes time to our team. Thank God, I love you, team. But I'm going to tell you, when people call me and they're negative, or they're not upbeat, and they don't believe in themselves, or they're complaining, I am going to do one or two things. I'm going to end that conversation very, very quickly, or I'm going to correct you. It just depends on our relationship. Because I learned, just like Coach Stormy said a long time ago, sometimes people can't receive from you. I just know that I'm that person, that I'm open. Please share with me what I need to fix, because I'm going to work very quickly in order to fix it when I know that I'm listening to someone who is where I desire to be. So therefore, I'm either going to end it or I'm going to correct it real quick. So we got to realize that in this baggage game, this baggage that we're walking around with, we got to let some stuff go, take it out. But I can also tell you that in this suitcase, in this bag, we got to know that if it's not helping us to grow, ladies and gentlemen, then get rid of it. Because in life, the experiences that create the baggage are designed to help us to grow. They're not designed to take us under. They're designed to help us to persevere. You see, grow. When we realize that when we're growing, it means that God is rewarding our work. To grow means that God rewards our work. So therefore, when we look at it in James 1:2, it talks about how we got to consider every single trial that we face joy. So we consider it all joy, because we know that as we go through the different tests, as we go through the different trials, it's going to now help us to persevere in life, which when we begin to persevere, what's happening now is that we are growing, right? If we're not growing, then we're dying. So therefore, eliminate that stuff out of the bag that is now causing us to go backwards instead of causing us to elevate in life, which is what we were designed to do. We were designed to grow, to create, to become. Humans becoming, not humans beings, because human beings stay in the same position, never going anywhere, settling, becoming mediocre in life, wondering why they're not accomplishing anything, but then sitting back saying, I want this and I want that. And it doesn't work like that in life. So when we realize we got to let some things go, when we realize that if it's not helping us to grow, then it's causing us to die. And when we realize that we got to also take everything out of that bag that is not making us happy. Because at the end of the day, we have to realize that happiness is for real a state of mind. It's a state of mind. So what happiness means to you may be very different to me. But if we focus on that bad baggage, right? If we focus on the pain, if we focus on the struggle, if I focus on every bankruptcy that we went through, if I focus on every repossession that we went through, if I would have focused on the fact that we ended up homeless, living in a home of Coach Stormy with our kids literally piled in. Our kids didn't even know what was going on. They just thought we was on a big vacation, for real. They ain't know. But think about this. If we would have focused, and sometimes we need to go back to that childlike mentality, for real. Because as a child, they believe in everything. They believe that everything is possible. They don't allow anything to stress them out or to worry them. And sometimes we might need to go back there, but because as we grow up, as we get older, what's happening is we go through more experiences, more baggage is being created emotionally, physically, financially, spiritually, if we don't allow ourselves to propel forward instead of allowing that baggage to take us back. So ladies and gentlemen, we got to know that suitcase is meant to be unpacked. That baggage, the experiences that we go through in life, we got to learn how to eliminate those things. We got to know that God, for real, rewards our work when we make a decision that we're going to grow in life. Every single thing comes with some type of baggage. Every single thing in life is now going to have some type of repercussion in life. But we have a choice. We have a choice to either keep that bag fully packed and to allow it to overload, to weigh us down so much to the point to where we can't even move forward, because that's how I used to be. I used to be so stressed out. I used to have headaches that I can't even describe. Doctors didn't even know like what was going on. Imagine having a headache so bad at the top of your head to where your whole body is numb. Literally, your whole body is numb because you allowing stress to kill you. You allowing situations to take you under. When God all along was saying, I'm preparing a table for you. I'm preparing you for the next level. I'm letting you know that, listen, the greater the challenge, the greater the victory. So all you got to do is make a decision. Are you going to let go of that baggage? Are you going to eliminate and clean out that baggage? Are you going to grow from the things that I'm allowing you to go through, because I'm letting you know the strength that's within? I'm letting you know the greatness that's within? Or are you going to allow that baggage to weigh you down to where you can't move? You see, we got to know that it's elimination time. What are you going to pull out of that baggage? Because nowadays, they make it real easy with them suitcases, with that luggage. You see, we overpack it with a whole bunch of nonsense, and now they added some wheels for us to be able to drag it around. So that makes it easier. You know, they don't just have the 2 wheels that's hard to push, but now we got the 4 wheels, the rotating wheels, that now no matter what direction you're going in, and you're thinking you're going somewhere, but you're really not, because that baggage is still heavy. And God is saying, listen, don't pay attention to what the world is creating, because that's just a Band-Aid. Because I'm telling you, eliminate, get rid of that stuff. Don't put that thing on 4 wheels and keep on dragging it around with you because it's easier. God is saying, unpack that bag. Find someone that loves you enough in order to help you unpack that bag. But absolutely, it starts with you first. So what are we going to do in order to eliminate the baggage, in order to get ourselves to the next level, in order to realize that nothing happens to us, every single thing happens for us. In life, God is going to connect us to different people, different situations that help us to grow. But we got to realize that no one is perfect in life, that we all are human becomings. And we have to realize and we have to accept the baggage that a person brings to the table. We have to ask ourselves, are we willing to accept that baggage? And are we willing to help that person unpack at the end of the day? Because when you go into a relationship and you think that you're going to come in and unpack some bags in which that person ain't ready to unpack, you can forget it. That's a whole other conversation. That's on marriages, relationships for real. You can forget it, okay? Because at the end of the day, you can't take someone any place that they do not desire to go. So ladies and gentlemen, it's time to unpack. It's time to let go of some things. It's time to realize and to know without a shadow of a doubt that the only way to get ourselves to the next level is for us to lighten that load, all right? So we got to lighten that load and know that it is time for us to grow and time for us to go in order to get things done. So as I close out this Wake Up and Win call, you got to know that everyone comes with baggage, but you got to find somebody out there that loves you enough in order to help you unpack. I thank God for the people that have come into my life. I thank God for the situations. I thank God for total life changes, because all of these things, yes, have been able to allow me to help me to unpack my bags. So don't take those things lightly. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So as we close out this Wake Up and Win call, I just want to say to each and every one of you, listen, if you have not for real realized that the skin team mindset is taking over the entire world, Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know about you, but if you were under a rug for the last 3.5 years, none other than our coach, the #1 female network marketer in the entire world, has helped to create 9 documented millionaires, right? As she was able to earn over $10 million in the last 3.5 years. So I don't know about you, but I'm just saying, documentation beats conversation all day long, and I thank God that he allowed this woman, for real, to come into my life in order to help me to unpack some bags, in order to help me to realize my true inner being, in order to help me to realize, for real, what I was capable of. So I thank God. So there's a movement. I'm not even going to say a movement, but a mindset, right, Coach? Thank you for always correcting us. A mindset that's shifting up and shaking up the entire world. And what it is, it's just a whole bunch of people that refuse to settle, that realize that, you know what, it's time to unpack some bags. It's time to take our life to the next level. It's time to eliminate excuses. It's time to stop allowing what we've been through in life to take us under, and stop allowing the situation, the lack of finances, in order to allow our minds to think that we can't become possible, because we are possible. And so there's a mindset that we are taking it all the way back. We are doing it all over again, but imagine collapsing the time frame, for real. Because whereas 9 millionaires were created in the last 3.5 years, there's about to be 10 more documented millionaires. Mark my words, y'all write this down. 10 more documented millionaires, I know without a shadow of a doubt, yes, that we're about to get this thing done. And so it's not for real a question of will it happen. It's a question of will you say, you know what, I'm going to grab a hold of this mindset. I'm ready to go to work. It's not that we're going to hold your hands like Coach Stormy said. No, girl, hold my hand. Mean, you know what, you need to be willing to unpack your bags and to grab a hold of this mindset and to be put in some work, so that now we can help you unpack and to get yourself to the next level. That's what it's going to take. So tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you're going to hear from an incredible woman. I tell you, I've been able to watch her truly humble herself, become coachable. She had no experience in this industry, none. She laughed at our industry. She said it was a scam and a joke, for real. But I could tell you she had a heart. And her heart was to help to feed 1,000 children in Swaziland. And she wanted to be able to further her mission. And so I've watched this woman sacrifice, for real, being away from her family, her kids, in order to go and help a country, to now create 1,000 dreams in South Africa. And so tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you all are about to hear from our amazing sister, none other than Mrs. Shanita Foster, as she shares her phenomenal story. So that means that, yes, you're going to hang up this call and you're going to pick up your phone, for those of you that are part of our family, the TLC family, and you're going to keep on dialing until you dial 45 people, as our coach has said. If you want to be that millionaire, then put in the work, okay? That's what it's going to take. And so tonight, let's pack up these lines. She'll be live on social media pages, so just know that the time is now, the season is now, and it's your turn if you grab a hold of it. So tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you'll hear from her. All right. Also, today at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we are so honored. We are so blessed. When God opens a door, absolutely no man can shut it. And so on yesterday, you heard our incredible coach, Stormy Wellington, share on the Word Network with Bishop Greg Davis. And today we are doing round 2. So today you're going to hear from none other than my husband and myself. You're going to hear from Jeff and Janella Simpson. You're going to hear from Shanita Foster, all documented millionaires, all because of one yes and buying into our coach's vision. So today at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you guys want to set your clocks. You want to set your reminders. You want to shut down the television station, whatever it is, the wave lines, whatever, I don't know. But y'all, we just want to shut everything down. Social media. So share, repost, all of that. Because I tell you, when you learn to celebrate others, then one day you will definitely be celebrated. And I learned that a long time ago. Tears. Every time I hear Coach Stormy's story, I cry. And I used to sit in the audience at events, and tears would just roll down my eyes because I was in awe at her fight. I was in awe at the fact that this woman made a decision to not give up. She didn't let anything stop her. And for those of you that for real have never read her story, y'all need to get her book for real. Yes, we want to get 9 Laws of Success. Everybody go out and get that book, pre-order. But her story, man, I remember when I thought I knew her. And then I realized that I really didn't until I opened up her book. And I began to read. And I remember back then we was in the gym. We was trying to work out. We was fat, for real. I don't know no other way to put it. But I was in the gym and I was reading her book. And I know people thought I was crazy. Because I'm on the treadmill and tears rolling down my eyes. So for real, definitely. So today at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So let's go ahead and let's speak our affirmations this morning as we close out this Wake Up and Win. I will hear the voice of the Holy Spirit within. I will lead and not follow. I will create and not destroy. I am a force for good. I set new standards. I defy the odds. I am a leader. I am the head and not the tail. I am above and not beneath. I am the lender and not the borrower. I am loved by God. I am chosen by God. I am protected by God. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. And every tongue that rises against me in judgment shall be condemned. Why? I am a champion. I am a champion. I am a champion. Everything I touch turns to gold. It's my season. It's my turn. I'm humble. I'm happy. I'm wealthy. I'm strong. I am a champion. I will never be broke another day in my life. I am living in the fullness of God and all that He has for me and my family. I am so happy and grateful now that I am in a constant state of attracting all that I deserve and all that I desire. And y'all already know, I am created for greatness. Be blessed. Have yourself an incredible day. See you back 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Word Network. Search your cable channels right now, and then we'll definitely join you back tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be blessed. Tune in tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, as our incredible host, none other than Mrs. Larissa Barclay, talks about baggage. All right. Bye-bye, everybody. Goodbye. All right. See y'all later. Let it go.